Miss Mary is nice. uh, Miss Mary does have flatulence. Miss Mary is so slow that in high school, her principal told her that if she gets any slower, she will have to provide them with a diploma. Miss Mary went to the food bank to try to withdraw her food stamps. Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. Methane gas. Miss Mary methane gas a lot. Mmm. Hello, Zen. I wrote a lot of Maryisms yesterday. Hopefully, they'll become a song. Remember the time when Mary went to the adult shop and they wouldn't rent her a movie because they thought she would eat the tapes as if they were giant chocolate candy bars? It is. They are French toast sticks. Cappuccinos are nice. Methane is nice. Remember when Mary sent her cooking videos to Martha Stewart and then she saw the videos being played on Sesame Street? When Mary was trying to count to 10, she couldn't think of the word six, so she got stuck on the number five. Hello, Cloud. Remember that time Mary walked into the bar? The owner came out and found her next to the building where some kid drew a door on the side of the building out back? If Mary eats one more biscuit, 4 Ethiopians are going to die of starvation. When I licked Mary's butt last Tuesday at 4:07 p.m., I had gotten a whiff of skunk, like Mary was trying so hard to hold her fart while I was tossing her salad. Oh, cabbage farts are much worse than egg farts. I think dog farts are the worst, though. It is a lot of salad. Have you seen her bowls? My goodness. My. Birds are definitely real. When Joe's around, of course. Mary wishes someone would tongue punch her turd box until her colon explodes. Mary went to the flea shop and came out with giant ticks. Mary uses SOS pads on her armpits with Dawn dish soap since stove isn't strong enough to get that grease out. Mary has a barcolepsy. Mary applied for disability because she can't reach her pink diamond with her toilet plunger, and they actually gave it to her for that reason. Someday, that's a great idea, Zen. Someday, maybe that'll happen. But honey is far too expensive to waste, and I usually only use expired foods, and honey doesn't expire. But maybe I could do pancake syrup instead. I feel like I've said something like that before to somebody. I definitely don't mind wasting pancake syrup. C40. Mary is nice. Press 1 if you want to hear a story about Mary Burney. All right. All right, here's my story about Mary Burney. Super Chili Bowl Sunday. Super Chili Bowl Sunday is different than regular Super Bowl because it happens on the last Sunday of October. Super Chili Bowl is okay. Super Chili Bowl Sunday is the last Sunday of October, and the tradition is a giant bowl of chili to be eaten out of the biggest bowl possible by hundreds of people. And here is my story. I am now chopping off Mary's head with a two-man saw from 1929. We first need to go over which neck wrinkle we will start cutting so we don't accidentally decapitate her during this procedure. even though the big fucking bulbous mushroom head will be completely severed. We also need to make sure she's not going to squirt insane amounts of blood, so we will need Felicia there to help with that situation. But Felicia needs to make sure she is not in the way of the goddamn saw. It will take 8 hours to chop off Mary Bernie's head using a two-man saw like this because we have to make it just right. At first, we will need to do the proper stretches so that our arms won't get tired after a few hours. We will need to start slowly to make sure we started at the correct neck wrinkle / canyon. The first cut is not necessarily the deepest, but that won't stop us from trying to love her again. Reference to a song. With a secondary incision. We will pierce the epidermis and enter the fucking whale blubber at a fast back and forth pace. After we pass the whale blubber and or tree trunk knots in her neck, we will reach some bone. That is a delicate procedure. This is where we want to slow the back and forth motion with the saw to keep her head still to the best of our abilities. Marcia and her team of giant mushroom head holders will be at the top of the ladder / scaffold, holding her head in place. Felicia is not going to allow blood to spill anywhere. Okay, so now we are getting through the bone and the rest of the whale blubber. The oak tree knots should be easy to get through. Once the process is over, Felicia will put a bottle cap on the body and preserve the body inside a lukewarm room while we turn her beautiful fucking Mario Kart mushroom head into a goddamn Texas chili bowl with cheese and crackers. Now that we have made it through the main process, we must now remove the skull, the brain, and the eyes very, very delicately and place them all in a special incubators to keep them alive. A goddamn donkey knock on the back of the mushroom head and the eyes should detach and fall out quickly. And I will have my hands there to catch Mary Bernie's lusty eyes. And then we will pull the hair and remove the face and hair from the skull, like pulling off a tight ski mask. And brain, because pulling them out from the neck region could cause permanent damage. So, grab and pull very slowly method works best. We will not let the brain fall out. We will gently grab it and deal with it and place it in the world's most reliable incubator to keep it safe. The skull will act as a decorative piece in conjunction with Halloween, also befitting her daily life anyways. Now, who is ready for a fucking bowl of chili while we discuss the first 57 Super Bowls? Look at all of these tables filled with these wonderful cheese dips, chips, and that big bodacious bulbous bowl of delightful chili. We have Cool Ranch, Flaming Hot, and Nacho Cheese Doritos, all complementing each other on one big silver Fletcher platter. We have 403 people here. Most of them are gawking at that realistic-looking Mary Bernie Texas chili bowl head. They will eat that chili because it's that time of year to celebrate. As the people trickle on over to the pig table, we have all started talking about the ranking of the Super Bowls in order. Dig in, everyone. Once the chili bowl event is over, we will put the brain back into the skull, the eyes back into the skull back into the head, and we will then attach the head back to the body with fucking love. Sandy, our beautiful seamstress, will then delicately sew the head back on using thick shoelaces all tied together. Because they do not make 8-mile-long shoelaces for surgery of the reattachment kind, Marcia will once again hold the goddamn head in place. Felicia will return to try and stop the fucking blood splatters because our miser landlords will not replace the floor. Once everything is all finished, Mary Bernie will then spend 2 months tied to a stretcher with yarn so that the neck bone will use its own bone marrow to reattach itself to the bodacious body. This allows time for whale blubber to also start building back in the upper neck cheeks, of course, and create the loving mushroom head we all know and fucking love. The first 2 months are the hardest because it's like she's giving birth in her neck and face to fresh whale blubber. The blood will take time to get back into that wonderful head of hers that will eventually lead her to believe she should have been on contraceptives when having sex that one time in her life. After the first 2 months over, the next 3 months will be spent tickling her sides to make sure she has feelings, and rubbing cow leaves on her face and nose to get her refamiliarized with going home soon. She has to try not to move around though, because her whole head will be inside this 3-ton contraception designed to keep her head from moving at all. When the 3 months are over, our seamstress will return to remove the first 3 miles of shoelaces. Another 2 months will pass, and the rest of the shoelace can be removed, as long as that beautiful bodacious behemoth makes positive progress across the board. 12 long months have now passed, and she is now able to get into her double wide wheelchair and finally go back to her barn. Thank you, Mary Burney, for giving us the best first ever annual Chili Bowl event. Although the goddamn chili wasn't as hot as it should have been, the shredded cheese complemented the chili, the crackers, and the table of chips. Next year, Mary Burney has again volunteered and to cut off her fruity fucking hot dog fingers to be chopped up into little pink discs to be put in our hot dog chili cook-off. Whoa! The rear end. Welcome to the Chili Bowl 2023. We have a 1929 black and white photo here with Doritos and me and a whole bunch of me holding cans of Mountain Dew. And here we have the 2029 colored photo. Gotta love the flaming hot Doritos and the Mountain Dew in color. Ooh. Oh, hello, Mary Birdie. Welcome in. None of us were talking about you at all here. Moist. Mm. Mary is nice. When Mary goes to Kroger and sees the potatoes at the other end of the store, a light shines on the potatoes as the angelic choir sings. And then she licks her chops and runs towards them like a lost kid. Nine more months. Mary is nice. Mary wears fishnets made out of 100% cheese. Mary goes to Kroger's and buys crab meat and tells her friends that it's made out of fish and cheese product. Moist. Mary went to the store and leaned on one aisle, and then the aisle fell over into the next aisle, and it created a domino effect of aisles falling over. The police had to tell her, "Relax, Mary, you only killed 7 people." I don't shop at Kroger's no more. It smelled like piss. No, just the area where she was in, ironically, Cat C4T. They make a product called Depends Mary. It depends where you're standing in that store. One, two, kick out because of wrestling. I'm gonna get in trouble. Mary is nice. Mary likes to fly kites in her house. Mary turns on her fan so she can fly kites. And she looks at her mom and she goes, "Mom, I did it. I did it. I'm flying a kite." I was in the canned veggie area, C4, and out of nowhere I got a wind like a breeze, and boom, I could smell piss. And boom, I could smell piss. Piss! Canned veggies are nice. I love canned veggies. It's the fresh stuff I worry about. Canned veggies are wonderful. I also like canned caramel pies and canned Betty Crocker chocolate fudge Oreo truffle. This happened last year during summertime, C4. How many days until your birthday, Mary? It's April 19th, so we got 2 months and 3 days. But I just don't know the number. But I bet Mary knows the number. Bet Mary's doing that countdown. 62 days. There it is. I knew you'd know the number. 62-day countdown. I trust you, Mary. I trust you more than I trust a fart in the wind on a pussy willow. It might be 63 days, I think, because it's the 16th, so we have 3 days until the 19th. But then this month ends on the 28th, so it's fudging my numbers. So it could be 62. We have blackberry Dr. Pepper. Mary is nice. Clean up on aisle the entire store. Banana legend. Moist. Clean up on aisle 7. What can I help you? What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Cahoots. Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? God, put window, please. Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Welcome to Yak in the Box. What can I help you? Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adios.